Madam Speaker, the Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Leader of the Opposition, Honourable Ministers, Honourable Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. I rise this afternoon to update Parliament on the outcomes of the recently completed Melanesian Spear Group Leaders Summit, which I was appointed to deputise for the Honourable Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs. The MSG leaders met for their 21st biennial summit from the 10th to the 15th of February at the Stanley Hotel in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, with the theme Strengthening Trade and Sustainable Development for an Inclusive Melanesia. Madam Speaker, this meeting began with two events, the first one of which encompassed the traditional handing over ceremony of the MSG chairmanship from the Solomon Islands Prime Minister, Honourable Rick Ponipela, to the Papua New Guinea Prime Minister, Honourable Peter O'Neill, who would be holding the chairmanship for the next 2 years. Madam Speaker, the leaders' retreat, as well as the plenary session, were chaired by the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, Honourable Peter O'Neill, and attended by his colleagues, the Prime Ministers of Solomon Islands and Vanuatu, and also the New Caledonia as a spokesperson for the FLNKS. Also represented at the summit were associate member, the Republic of Indonesia, and observer, the United Liberation Movement for West Papua, ULMWP. The leaders acknowledged the leadership of the group by the Solomon Islands and former Prime Minister, Honourable Manasa Songavare, whose dedicated leadership, together with the current Director General, took the MSG out of the difficult situation it was in 2016 to where it is now. It was noted that the revamped Secretariat would need durable and innovative leadership, and that leaders were confident that Papua New Guinea would provide that as the Secretariat attempted to serve the needs of members in a more efficient and effective manner in the next 2 years. Madam Speaker, in the plenary, the leaders approved the revised criteria for observers, associate members, and new membership guidelines. Following the approval, Madam Speaker, the leaders then agreed on the decision that the application for full membership by the United Liberation Movement for West Papua, or ULMWP, be referred back to the Secretariat for consideration against the revised guidelines for observers, associate membership, and the new membership guidelines. Also endorsed by the leaders, Madam Speaker, was a report of the MSG Ministerial Mission to New Caledonia and the action plan for the FLNKS 2018 self-determination process. Madam Speaker, leaders took note of the report on the work of the Secretariat through the reforms and financial report and acknowledged the work that has been done. At this juncture, Madam Speaker, I wish to state for the record the tremendous and commendable effort that our very own Ambassador Amena Iogoli, as Director General of the MSG, has done within a period of 1 year in turning around the organization with the implementation of strict financial management and organizational reforms and review. Madam Speaker, the MSG Secretariat was in the red for about 50 million Watu, about 25 million Fiji dollars. Madam Speaker, and when we met in Papua New Guinea about 2 weeks ago, the MSG Secretariat is now in surplus. The financial turnaround that he has managed to achieve with the Secretariat with a short period of time is truly commendable and needs to be acknowledged and should augur well for the Secretariat in its future undertakings. In view of this, the leaders who went ahead and endorsed the work program and budget for the MSG in the next 2 years. Madam Speaker, discussions also centered on the adoption of the finance ministers meeting, 2, culture and arts ministers meeting, the police ministers meeting, and the foreign ministers meeting. Madam Speaker, the leaders had also directed the Director General of the MSG to engage in a more active manner at regional and global levels in order to advocate and advance MSG sub-regional issues, interests and priorities. Overall, the leaders, amongst other issues, adopted the report by the Foreign Ministers meeting, as well as the report presented by the Director General. Madam Speaker, prior to the Leaders' Summit, senior officials and foreign ministers had also met to discuss a number of policies, work program and budget for the coming 2 years for the MSG, which required the endorsement of the leaders. Madam Speaker, on the bilateral front, I was also honored to call on the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, Honorable Peter O'Neill, on Wednesday, 14th of February, to reassure Fiji's support to Papua New Guinea in the upcoming Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, APEC. During this meeting, Madam Speaker, Honorable O'Neill confirmed that leaders from the Pacific would be invited to attend the APEC, that is in November 12th and 13th this year. Madam Speaker, also in the meeting, Prime Minister O'Neill had made known his wish to visit Fiji this year to address Parliament, if possible, on Papua New Guinea's preparations for the APEC summit in November. This APEC summit, Honorable Madam Speaker, they are expecting about 10,000 delegates to attend this meeting. During the meeting, also the Prime Minister O'Neill discussed the land swap arrangements for Fiji and Papua New Guinea chanceries, for our chancery and also our residents, and the 2018 referendum in New Caledonia. It was an opportune occasion for us to advance certain issues with the Honourable Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea. Madam Speaker, also along the margins of the meeting, I had the opportunity to meet with my counterpart, the Papua New Guinea Police Minister, Honourable Chalta Wong, and we discussed potential capacity building in terms of peacekeeping and right control between our two police forces. The Honourable Minister Chalta Wong also acknowledged Fiji's readiness to provide security assistance in the upcoming 2018 APEC meeting in Port Moresby. Following this meeting, an MOU on the police cooperation between Fiji and Papua New Guinea was signed on Thursday, 15th of February. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, I just want to acknowledge and express my gratitude to our Prime Minister for allowing me to deputize for him at this MSG Leaders Summit. Thank you, Madam Speaker.